あるアメリカとか他の国でもいいしを比べるのと、あと文化の映画とかの映画、あとmovie art, what else? ポップ、
コミック、
漫画とかについて要はディスカッションしよう。Do you have a good question to start with about education system?
I would like to hear from everyone what is the special selective mechanism in your education system. Like in China, we have college entrance exam.
Oh, something special about our education system.
The selective mechanism.
Ah.
How to select students to get them into college.
Into college.
Yeah.
大学入試のシステムをこう聞きたいって。中国では、so China has what do you?
College entrance exam.
So is it by the college or is it by?
It's national. Like everyone must take it.
And then like once a year.
Once a year.
So everyone takes the same test once a year. 中国では1年に1回全員同じテストを受けるんだって。
You have only one opportunity to choose which university you want to go to.
So it doesn't matter which university you go to. There's only one exam.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone takes the same one, right? No matter which university.
Oh, it varies from place to place. From like in Beijing and Shanghai, they take different exams.
So Beijing people take everyone in Beijing takes the same test.
Takes Beijing test. Shanghai people takes Shanghai test.
北京の人はみんな同じテストを受けて、あと上海の人は上海で同じテストを受けるんだって。
But it's the same system.
で、どこの大学受けてると関係なしにそのテストを1年に1回政府がこうやるらしい。日本のシステムとかはどうかなって。
There are also some special policy for ethnic minorities or offsprings of soldiers. They can get into college with a lower score.
で、そのテストがちょっと低くても、昨日話したみたいに軍の親が軍に入ってたり、あとはマイノリティ、少数民族の人とかはこう点数がちょっと低くても入れるらしい。だから日本はどうかな。みんな知らないから。
大学によってテストも違うし、教科とかテストも本当に違う。
Can we lower these? Can we turn on these?
Yeah, that's what I suggested.
In Japan, there's no that every college has a test exam, and depending on which major you take, or which college you take, it's different. About America.
Got the SAT and the ACT. So that's pretty much the main placement test, and then you actually have to.
From your high school GPA, I think.
Yeah, and every school has their own application, and you need to volunteer and play sports.
Except for the Common App, which is nice. Some schools have a thing called Common App, and it's just you can do one Common App, and like a lot of schools accept that kind of application. So it's nice, but not all schools. It's not a huge number, but it's a decent number.
アメリカでは昨日話したけど、こう高校の成績とあとその SAT とか ACT っていう何回も取れるんだけど何回か取るとはちょっと取りすぎだなって思われちゃうんだけど、2、3回取れるテスト法とその高校の成績とあとボランティアとかあとエッセイとかで決まるみたいなね、大学の方は。So, what do you think about which system or do you know Nepal? System? Education system? I know you went to international school. But...
I think it's like TOEFL, SAT.
In Nepal?
Yeah, also like try to go to other universities. So.
Oh, like outside the country?
Outside the country, so they usually take TOEFL, SAT. だから多分 SAT とか トーフル取って他の大学に入ろうっていうのを海外の大学に行くのが多いなっていう。
So what do you think about good? What's good about like each, system, or what's bad about or negative? Maybe we can talk about that.
I have a question. For Japan, do colleges care like if you volunteer, if you play sports, or if you do clubs and stuff like that? But how do they know since you just take the exam?
日本の大学入試で、なんか例えばボランティアをしたとか、スポーツをしてるとか、その勉強だけじゃなくて他のことはカウントされるのかっていうのを質問して
大学によってスポーツ推薦、例えば高校の時の部活で優秀な成績を上げたら、あと技能がその優れてたらスポーツ推薦として入るし、ボランティアは
ボランティアはなんか夏と秋ぐらいに栄養入試っていうのがあって、自分をアピールするレポートみたいなのを書いて、それで面接とか受けて合格するやつがあります。
So for sports, if you're a very good student, it's like you can get into school, or I guess sports scholarship, or what I mean. If you're really good.
Oh yeah.
And volunteer work, there's a before the normal exam, there's kind of like early decision in the US. And with that, like you can like put your good things about you, like volunteer work, or you can appeal yourself. So that's a kind of new system in Japan. So that's becoming more popular. You don't have to take. あれテスト受けなくていいんだっけそれ？
小論文か小論文テストだけ。
Yeah, you don't have to take the test, just essay.
Oh really?
So that's more personal.
More like ability to it.
最近僕のmy university is half or 推薦で大体半分が推薦でやっぱりスポーツ推薦で言えば大体アホやし言い方が悪いけど推薦であったりしても俺もそうやし推薦だから指定校推薦っていう推薦だけど結構それをどんだけ運動が優れててもどんなアホやからやっぱそういう学業の方で怠ってしまうというのが結構最近問題視されてる。
But people get into school because they're good at basketball, whatever sports. So maybe they have a hard time catching up when they're in college. And also, 学校の半分が推薦。Half of his school is by the letter. 高校から推薦状を出すんだよね。それであっちが OK する。それとも OK なの出せば。
高校とそのうちの大学で友好関係があって枠をなんか大学から
じゃあもう高校が決めていいんだよ枠があった。
いや大学がその仲いい高校にある程度の
枠を入れといてじゃあ3人じゃあ正義の学校から3人行っていいですって言ったら3人は高校側が決めていいんでしょ。So there's like if the high school and the college is close, then they would give 3 spots to the college to the high school. The college would give the 3 spots to the high school. Then high school can decide which student they can want to send to that college. Usually depends on how good you are academically. And in his college, half of them came that way instead of taking the standard test.
Wow.
Just half the kids just got into college.
Yeah, by the high school
Yes,
decision because they keep things. So in that case, going to good high school with a lot of spots is important. そしたら高校がいい高校に行くことが大事になってくるよね。そうやっていっぱい 推薦枠がある学校がある。
うちの高校はその分結構早稲田もあったし、日本でいうの一番いいところが結構多かったし、関学の今行ってる高校も10何個あったから、行きたい人が行けて。
So, you know, he had a lot of spots in his high school. His high school had like 15-ish spots for his high school to go to his college. So 15 of them every year goes to college. So, you know, at least if they don't take, without taking the standards test. So he said he was pretty lucky because his school had a lot of spots to a lot of good universities. So, do you think that's good or bad? 推薦のシステムはいいと思う、悪いと思う。
Aren't high schools competitive in Japan?
高校ってこう入るの大変かっていうの変わったね。
高校って推薦だっけ？ある？あるわ。推薦全部。
試験を受けたの。
スポーツ？でもね。
高校はスポーツ。大学は違うけど。
高校はなんか大体塾に入って中学校3年ぐらいになったらみんな塾に入ってそれで塾でもし模擬試験っていうのやってその点数に達している高校に大体入るからそんな努力とかそんなしてないと思う。まあ行きたい人は努力すると思うけど。
So, for high school it's kind of similar. You can get in by the spots, you know, or like a sports spot. Like whether if you're good at sports, you can go into college. This high school, that's good. Like he went to his high school with rugby, you know, and also he said people go to cram school. You know what they are, like after school classes, and then you take a sample, you know, exam, and then you see, you know, you can see which level you reach. So it's all based on, you know, score. So if you want to work hard, you know, to reach certain score to get into certain level. If not, then no. Depends on, you know.
So high schools aren't competitive?
So they are.
I say, is it hard to get in? And they said it's not really hard,
Okay. Then
but because when you take the model test, you know which one you're gonna go in. Always.
you mean the test to get into high school?
Yeah.
Is it hard to get to like? But some high schools are like better than others, and it's harder to get into those.
Yeah. Depends on the score.
Oh wait, that's what I mean.
So depends on your standard. You know, if you want to get into like high, you know, quality high school, then yes. But it really depends because some people really do care about like which high school you go to. Some others, because unlike America, Japan is you don't have to go high school. It's up to middle school. That's mandatory. アメリカは高校まで義務教育だから公立の高校があるの。でみんな結構ほとんど公立の高校行くこと多い。
And you start working if you don't go to high school.
Yeah, if you want to be like professional, like chef.
Oh.
じゃあ高校行かなくてもいいのって今リズが聞いて。義務教育があるじゃん日本は一応。
少なくてもね。
働く人もいる。
Yeah, there are some people who works. なんかね、職人系はとか。
美食。
Oh, like, what is it?
Construction.
No, like, who build houses.
Oh yeah.
Construction.
I mean, it's
Builders. Manual labor.
but who? No, who? Like, architectures.
Oh.
Really?
So easy to go to college. For 6 years. Yeah.
Yeah, architecture.
It's construction is more like a labor work in America, but it's more of a technical thing here.
And you can just do it right out of school. Wow. I would not trust a middle school education to build a building safely.
なんか母さんは中学校を出てからじゃまだ早いんじゃないかって言って。
早いというか安いよね。その中卒高卒で働く人って大卒。
お給料が。
でもその時はなんか1ヶ月で15万とかもらって、まあいわば高校生ではリッチな人で。
So you know, when they get out of high school, they get $1,500 per month, maybe. But you know, eventually, usually they don't earn as much as college graduate. Same as the US, you know. So let me ask, what would you like to change on your education system? なんか日本の教育システムで変えたいこと。
That's a tough question.
Or what could be changed?
I have something kind of just like if you want to go to college in the U.S., you pretty much have to go into debt unless you get a whole bunch of scholarships. And it's just like it never used to be that way. Like prices for tuition have just skyrocketed in the past like 2 decades or so. It's just ridiculous.
日本の大学も高いけどアメリカの大学ってすごい高いの。でそれで日本と違ってアメリカって結構18歳になったらもう大人って認められて自分でそれを払うから大学に行くときはもう借金で始まるわけよ。借金をして大学に行ってで大学卒業したらその大学4年分の借金でから人生が始まるのっていうのがやっぱりだからそれはすごい今上がっててまだその学費がすごい上がってて最近もですごい頭良くて補助金未来をもらえればいいけれどじゃなければやっぱみんなほとんど借金から始まっちゃう
日本は俗に日本国内では世間一般的ではこう大学に入るのがすごく難しくて、卒業するのはすごく簡単だって、簡単に単位取れちゃう。でもアメリカって入るのが簡単なんだけどすごく出るのが難しいって何年も留年しちゃうっていう話を聞いたんだけど、そっちの方がいいのかなって。やっぱり日本人学生も奨学金っていう形でやっぱり借金する人たちがいっぱいいて、なんだけど簡単に卒業できちゃってそうでもない企業に就職して借金を返せなくなって自己破産じゃないけどしちゃうっていう人が今増えてるっていう話を聞くんですよね。だからそれなりに枠を狭くしてっていうかこう卒業を難しくしてそれなりのスキルを身につけた上で卒業するべきなのかなとは思いますね。
This is like no one saying that Japanese colleges are hard to get in but easy to graduate, and American colleges is the opposite, easy to get in but hard to get out. So repeats over, sometimes he repeats grades, but he believes that maybe that's better, maybe restrict because you learn less if it's like it's easy to graduate, then you learn less, and a lot of the students also go in debt in Japan, and and when they get out of college, they don't have enough profession or skills to be or enough money, so he believes that maybe that's better.
One thing, well, I have like two giant things. This is like what Ben already talked about, like how it's ridiculously expensive to go to school. So it's like not as accessible to lower income families. And then two, like I don't think we have like a lot of vocational schools. Like if you already know like you want to do a certain profession, like it doesn't really make sense to like at a certain level, like you have to go to high school and you have to go to college and then you have to go to graduate school and then you can start working. It seems like you should just go to like graduate school because it's like specific to your career. Yeah.
So opposite of liberal art education or
Yeah.
focus in America should have. 一つはレンがさっき話したやっぱり What do you want to talk about how expensive? So
Oh, that's just me complaining.
やっぱ家庭がそうやってお金がなければ大学にも行けないしそのチョイスがない大学に行くってチョイスがないなくなっちゃうっていうのとそれはどちらかというとこれ文句なんだけどつって言ったんだけどであともう一つはアメリカのシステムはこう大学院まで行かないとあまりそのフォーカスをしないの例えば英語でも例えばエンジニアでも大学はここみたいになんとなくいろんなものを学ぶって感じでだからもっと早くからじゃあ逆に高校生から早く大学になりたいなら大学の勉強するとかっていうできるような学校がもっとあった方がいいんじゃないかっていうアメリカは。で日本は逆に専門学校とか多いよね。行ってる子いるの？
いますいます。
So in Japan 2年か。
2年職種にもよるんですけど大体のあれは2年でなんか医療系になると4年になります。
So there's a lot. Actually, Japan, on the other hand, has a lot of like Pacific schools. Like usually 2 years college, and then 4 years if you are like medical related.
Yeah.
And nurses, you know.
So you don't have to go to school for like 10 years to be That seems better to me.
Well, maybe we can talk about kind of jumps over what English system in Japan or foreign language system in America. ちょっと
The foreign language system in America is kind of iffy just because there's so many different options for language, and I'm guessing they probably have similar here, but like just because we already speak English, and I think it's I don't want to say like a really international language, but it's like a lot of people want to learn English, whereas like we've got
So
Spanish.
you think it's better to have Pacific language as a second language?
Yeah, I think it would be better if like everyone had to learn the same ones, kind of, because you've got Spanish, French, German, all these different languages, and like how useful are they?
How would you change?
I think it's true.
How would you change which language to learn?
I don't have a solution. I'm just saying.
Sign language. That's a really good language.
There are different sign languages.
Yeah.
Isn't that terrible?
That ruins that.
ちょっと話を飛ぶんだけど、日本の英語教育とアメリカのじゃあ外国語教育のついて話そうっていう話にもちょっと飛んだんだけど、でベンが言ったのはアメリカの日本だと英語じゃ普通第二外国語かでもアメリカだと高校で取るのがスペイン語とかフランス語とか中国語とか日本語とかなんだけどもっと一つにした方がいいんじゃないかっていう日本だと英語って決まってるじゃん。でなんでかというとあんまりどうせ結局英語が話してる人が多いわけじゃん話せる人が世界の。で中国語もいいけどでそれで そんないろいろな言葉を勉強してもしょうがないじゃないかって、なんか決めた方がいいんじゃないかっていう話をして、日本のじゃあ日本の英語教育は改善点とか逆にいいなと思うところ。
いいな、ないんじゃない
なんか正味学校によるけど、まあなんかテストのための英語の勉強というか実践というかしゃべれない。
I ask about what's good about Japanese English, good and bad about Japanese English education. And so they said there's nothing good about Japanese English education, and they all agreed. And because it's all about exam, studying for exam, and not like practical speaking or anything. したらやっぱ会話の時間が増えたらいいなと思う、授業で。
もっと実用的なものを
なんかめっちゃ格言やけど、正味テストのための勉強やし、それするんやったらもっと日常会話で話せるくらいの英語とか身につけたいし。
So it's all about written and not speaking.
あと始めるのが遅い。英語
今何年生？
今は
中学
今義務化で小学校3年生からなんですけど、
自分らは
一応小学校4年生の時に
なんかアメリカ人の先生とか来たり
が来て、マットの今度
そうだね、
ツイスターみたいな
授業をやって、ただ
一応中3から真面目にやる、中1から中3から
もう義務っていうか科目として
今はもう小3になってるの、その義務化
義務化なって。
So, you know, it's, he said English, they start English very late, and when they were in school, like elementary school, you know, they had special days for, you know, English in elementary school, but to really start studying was from first grade middle school, and now it's from third grade.
Sounds better.
Yeah.
なんか中国ではなんか小学校から喋るようで全部オールイングリッシュで。
You start from elementary school? I mean,
in my generation, I started very early. I started in second grade.
At school?
Oh, at my own home. So I self-studied English, but my peers didn't study English until they were in 6th grade.
彼女自身は2年生から始めたけど、みんな周りは6年生ぐらいが多かったかな。
But now, like in my brother's class, they started learning English from the 1st grade, or even from kindergarten.
でも今弟が How old is she?
Oh, he's 10 now.
今10歳なんだけど、の年代はもうみんな幼稚園とか1年生とかからもう英語始めてる。How about school? Is there like a requirement?
It's mandatory. Every student
From which grade?
From 1st grade, primary first grade.
今はもう制服でも1年生から英語しなさいっていう話になってるらしい、中国では。How intense is it? Pretty intense.
But for small kids, it's not very intense. Like game, like we sing songs and play games. Or when you reach the 6th grade, you need to take this exam. That's when it gets intense.
6年生になるとそれまではちょっとお遊び英語みたいな感じで6年生になると真面目にテストがあるんだって、その英語のそれをだから超えなきゃいけないっていう難点もだから早くなってる。
But the quality of English education also varies from place to place. For example, whenever we see someone speaks fluent English, we would assume he's from Shanghai or Beijing or Guangdong or Hong Kong, so on and so forth. But when someone speaks English with heavy accent, then he surely comes from a place, maybe central China, where teachers themselves have heavy accents. Then they teach English with heavy accents.
やっぱり中国の中でもやっぱりこう田舎の方は先生自体もこう英語がなまってたり下手だったりするから、英語がうまいとやっぱ都会から来たんだねっていうステータスがあるっていう中国の。
So personally, I went to school in an international school for primary school and junior middle school. So I studied English from teachers from Canada and America, England, so on and so forth, because that city is wealthy and would have better education quality, but not for my peers in central China, where they don't get access to abundant education resource. That's why, in terms of English education, they fell behind.
学校自体がこの彼女はインターナショナル洋学校と中学校って言ったんだけど、教育が行き渡ってないって田舎の方はで、やっぱりだからその分英語も遅れるし、先生がいないから教えるとできないっつって、その差が出ちゃうっていう法律でも日本はわりかしこう似たような感じだけど、I think Japan is more even that no even like,
Oh, okay, even.
yeah, compared to what I hear from you, like, you know, similar education system all through Japan. One, because it's a small country, it's
Yeah.
easier.
It's too many. Too many people. Like people say, like English is not for everyone to learn. Like what? English is not useful if I drop school after I finish my junior study and I go work in maybe infrastructure or construction field. There's no need for me to study English. Like I'm not like your wealthy kid who is going to study abroad. There's no need for me to study English. That's why this wealth gap also leads to the problem of this uneven
やっぱり
distribution.
自分の生まれる環境で自分が例えばあんまりお金持ちじゃない親だったら、親があんまりお金持ちがなかったら、もう自分はあんまりいい仕事に就けないんだから英語なんか使う機会がないから私は勉強しなくていい英語はっていうもう考えっていうなんか格差社会がすごいそういう教育の面でも出てるっていうだからモチベーションも下がっちゃうしその分そういう子供はっていう。
Is there a language they would rather learn than English? Is there, or like a more useful language?
なんかもし英語じゃなくて他の言葉が例えば中学校とかで学べるとしたら学びたいかとかそれともやっぱ英語がいいかっていうのをリズム
一番実務的っていうか必要なものを勉強すべきだと思う、その例えば中国語が必要だってなれば中国語を勉強するべきだと思うし、スペイン語が大事だってこうなったらスペイン語を勉強するべきだと思うし、英語だけにこだわる必要はないとは思う。
They think he said as long as it's like whatever it's useful, more efficient, then doesn't matter which language. So if Chinese become more popular and useful to the world, then we should learn Chinese or Spanish as well. So there's no necessary to learn English, but just because English is a popular language right now.
やっぱり今の日本の学校教育に例えば英語とか例えば違うことを違う言語を学びたいとか英語をもっと学びたいっていう意識があるのであれば、今の日本の英語教育を期待すべきじゃないっていうか
期待するべきじゃない。
今学力の差はあるし、先生も苦労して教えてるけど、実際日本高校中学行っただけで日本語ペラペラにならへんし、それは
日本語？
英語をそれは試験のために勉強してるからであって、それ英語喋れないからやっぱそれは改善していかなあかんけど、もし自分がそんな上手くなりたいんであればエイミーみたいにエイミーは自分から意識、自分から移り住むであったり留学に行くとか高校インターナショナルのスクールに行くとかそういう今の日本語 日本の英語教育に期待してたらダメだと思う。自分からすると。
だからあれだよね、思うのはそういう、でもお金かかるじゃん、留学するのでも、逆にインターナショナルスクールでも高いし、そしたらそれをどうサポートしてくれるプログラムがあるかだよね。So he's saying that we should not expect Japanese education system, depend on Japanese education system. You know, if you want to learn English, you should go abroad or go to international school. And I said that costs a lot more than going to normal school, public school. And I think Japan is lacking that like scholarship and stuff. As I don't know, like my high school has scholarship and stuff. So they even have scholarship for trips and stuff like that. So I think that's like one of the problems. I think it's kind of interesting to talk about like American like scholarship system or like donation system, how like alumni like donate for the school to the school, because that doesn't exist here.
How like expensive is college in Japan?
日本の大学っていくらぐらいする？
沖大はいくら350万とか4年で350万くらい4年で350万俺なんかの大学
都市立じゃん。
ああこれは私立のエフランの
そう
一番安い金額が350万くらい
科目1年間で200
あ、そうだね。
So 350. Wait, what's our tuition?
45,000 a year?
35,000, right?
A year.
35,000 in 4 years. That's the
What?
lowest. And his school was it 45,000, right? Our school is 45. 20,000. Is that the same thing? Like half, a little less than half.
For 4 years?
For
For
1 year.
Oh.
価格高い方。So that's the most, like one of the most expensive ones.
Really?
Well, we went to like one of the most expensive ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is there?
45,000, right? だから1年で高い方なんだけど、ウィットマンって言ってるのが450万とか。でもアメリカのシステムって結構返さなくていい補助金みたいのがいっぱいあるから、What's the percentage of getting scholarship in high school? Like 80%?
Yeah, pretty high.
80% の子が免除を受けてる。全額じゃないけど、半分とか4分の1とか。そういうシステムがすごい発達してるアメリカで。だからあまりお金がない子でも努力をすれば少しずつ上がっていけるっていうのはある。
沖大とかも沖大から成績優秀だったら全額免除とかあるよね。
大学によっても日本の大学もその大学ごとで奨学金っていうのが大学自体が出してる奨学金があって全額免除とか学費半額とかそういうのはないこともないかなっていう。
あまり少ないね。
まあまあまあまあ。
There's a little bit of like scholarship, but very little. あとアメリカで I'll talk about Bill Gates Foundation. なんかビル・ゲイツって知ってるでしょ、マイクロソフトの前の社長作った人ねのやってる学生のその免除があるわけよ。それは自分が受けたい教育を好きなだけ受けていい。例えば医者になるのに例えば大学行ってお医者さんの大学に行ってずっとで寮費とその学費あと家から遠かったら家に帰ってくる飛行機代をずーっと出してくれるの何年でも大学4年行って大学院じゃ3年行ってそれまた3 3年も1年研究するとかでも全部出してくれるのっていうのもあるのよアメリカは。それはだからお金がなくてもそれを取れば好きなだけ教育が受けられるっていう。I feel like it's pretty scholarship is pretty cool, right?
I don't really know about it.
You can get as much as education as you want for free, and you can travel free to your home back home and you go free.
But how do you get that?
Huh?
How do you get the paid scholarship? Do you do like a college?
Application and
Well, throughout finding a job in Japan, because like in America, finding a job, like after you graduate, everyone's like, oh my god, I'm like desperate to find a job, and it's kind of hard. In Japan, it's because you said it's hard to get into university, but easy to graduate. So
さっき一緒が言ってたなんか大学は入りにくいけど卒業しやすいっていう話をしてて、じゃあ就職はどうかなって大変な感じじゃないか。
その人の頑張りだと思うけど大変かな一緒に大変。あ、でも今経済も上向きやし、
じゃあ大学生はそれはもう心配事の一つに入ってるか入ってないかとか。
あ、正味俺は今入ってる。
入ってるみんな。
みんな
就職
入ってる。
入ってる。
不安要素。
So I asked them if finding a job is one of your concerns, being as a college student, and they said yes. It's kind of hard because the economic is not good. So that's kind of similar to US, right? Finding a job.
Especially, I'd say like finding a job relating to your major.
Field.
Outside of it, yeah. I mean, some majors are actually like really thriving right now. But then there's also the other side of the coin.
やっぱり自分の専門の仕事を見つけるのが大変だから、英語勉強しててもそれに関係する仕事を見つけるのはやっぱり大変。学んだことが使ってないっていうのはやっぱ現状にあるよね。話してくれるね。
In America, a big part about finding a job after college is connections. Is it the same in Japan?
アメリカでは就職するときに一番大事なのがコネクション。日本でもそうなのかっていうか。
どうなのかな。
They don't really care a lot.
個人のコネっていうか学校側のコネじゃない。
Maybe not personal connection, but with the school connection with the school.
Yeah, like at Whitman, we bring in alumni who are looking for kids to help them, the alumni, have jobs, and so using the school we can get a job. It's kind of like that. Or just, yeah.
例えばうちの学校だと卒業生が就職してる卒業生がこういうポジションが空いてるけどって言って大学の方に行ってで逆に学生探してるのをくっつけてくれるっていうシステムはある。日本もあるかな。
聞いたことある？ないよね。
Never heard of something like that in Japan. 高校の時は就職はない。
就職はでも大事でしょ。っていうか裏ルートかは分からないけど、ここにあったら大事だと思う。
He said, although it might be not obvious, connection might not be obvious because in Japan I think connection is more looking at negative thing, you're kind of cheating. So, it's not, people don't tell about it. But I feel like connection is more positive in America compared to Japan.
Without China.
Yeah, it's the same.
Is it positive?
But it's negative.
Negative.
But people often use family connection to get a job. Like I'm the son of a certain leader of a certain government organization, and I know this person, that person, and I'm the son of him. You should get me, and then it happens.
中国ではこの家族同士のコネクションが強いって言ってこう誰々の息子だから入るとかでもアメリカはどっちかって言ったらもっとオープンにっていう友達がここに先輩がここに入ってたから私はここに入ったんだよっていうのを平気に言うっていうのはやっぱり日本だとコネクションするとなんかちょっとズルしたってイメージがあるけど少しそこは違うねっていう。
The school names play a significant role in
For
job hunting.
就職でどこの大学出たっていうのは大事かなっていうのもそれが
大事っちゃ大事だけど、今はわかんない。その大学、大事だけど、その大学生活にやってきたかが重要なのと、どれだけ自分をアピールできるかとか、そういうのが一番重要だ。大学よりそのブランド名
ブランドよりも
もうそのやってきたこと、大学生活に頑張ってきたかとか。
What's they said? What's more important is what you did during the school, not your name. Like what activity have you done? Like how can you appeal? Like show yourself on the interview.
Some places in China, they specifically say that we only want students from Peking University and Tsinghua University. We don't want anyone else. Just want the top of the top. They say specifically. So it's
だから中国ではそのネーミングがすごいブランドが大事で、やっぱ北京大学の子しか取らないっていうの。やっぱはっきりしてるってすごい。
日本もあれ関西やったらカンカンなんですか、それでランク変わっちゃう、それで好み変わってくるし、
he said also in Japan, connect the name matters because there's like
ランク気になりてるどんどん数感の率が関係の一応そこからして、
so there's like like five colleges that's famous in like Tokyo or Osaka area. And if you're not in that name, you're like kind of looked down or something like that. It's like Ivy League, Or if you go Ivy League, oh okay, you can get in, kind of. Do you think? I was gonna say, what do you think about that? Like how many hours matters? Carter, chair.
Nobody has eaten these. Everybody's been eating the chocolate one. So obviously nobody wants any.
Is that how you think about it?
I've been watching.
みんながチョコしか食べてないから、僕が一人食べても問題ないって。
そんなことない。
Yeah, I'm zoning that too. What are we talking about?
Culture? Should we stop culture? Culture about what? What about it?
Like special, exclusive culture, like Kung Fu to China or Ninja to Japan. So I just want to randomly talk about.
Do you wanna say
Oh, like the rule of kung fu movie in different cultural backgrounds.
rule?
Like the role it plays.
The role.
The role.
The role. Or the
Like
role.
how people perceive, or like
What impacts does it have? Or like the role of Buddhism in America, in Asia.
that'd be too funny.
I am in.
I want to talk about like celebrities because I feel like in Japan, the celebrities or like the music groups are
Oh yeah.
more revered or something,
Or revere?
like worshipped. More, but I'm not really sure. It's just maybe because my friends are like
No, you can. I think that's true.
Megan is like loves visual K. Like there's like dances at the concerts
But,
and
like-
stuff they have to learn.
But like JB's fans.
Yeah,
too.
about JB.
Oh, yeah.
But there's like specific dances that are choreographed and you have to like know them, and like the harder level you know, it like shows how dedicated you are
Oh,
as
that's
a
true.
fan. Like that's like I don't think we have that in America.
なんかやっぱり海外の学生から見て日本のジャニーズとか AKB とかの文化っていうのはちょっと興味があるみたいで、まあ、だからちょっと変だなーっていう感じ、なんかそこまでなんでじゃあ AKB の何々ちゃんのことをね思えるのかっていう日本人からしたらどう？
自分もよくわかんない。
わかんない。ほんまに好きな人じゃないとわからんし。
そうだね。なんか何なんだろうね。
それだけアイドルを尊敬して
尊敬っていうかそこに楽しみを見出してるんじゃないかなっていう。尊敬なのかな、尊敬なのかな。
いわばなんか可愛い人に会えるみたいな
そう
ことに
会える愛。
AKB って言っちゃえばね。
なんか握手とか喋れたり
They said they can't understand those people's feeling either. You know, they're really happy to shake their hand, you know. They buy a lot of products and stuff. What do you think it comes from? Where does it come from? Is that a hard question? どういう影響でそのなんていうのトレンドが始まったのかなとかわかる？ AKB とかなんでそこまでこうなんていうのオタクの人がこう入る背景
ね、昔前まではね、なんか嫌われてたブルーなのにね、
そう
急にグイグイ来たよね。
So the trend of like, you know, loving idols came so suddenly.
一つ書いてたのは普通に専門家の人だったけど、それ調べてることについてたんだけど、なんかその不景気で金の使いどころが見出せないところに竹本康が戦略として AKB を入れたことによってお金をその自分の持ってるお金を出すだけでその不景気の世の中不幸せな中なんていう可愛い人に会えるっていう、幸せを見出すことでその不景気を逆に裏手に取って、AKB がこう出たっていうのを説明してた。
So one of the theory why it started was because of that economy. People want to spend money on a little happiness, you know. And そのオタクの人がお金を使ったっていうことを幸せに感じるっていう
だから自分の使いどころのないところに使い道を見出した。
Oh, because they don't have
かつその
like a
出すことで
place to put money because they don't have money because of bad economy, but they found a way to spend the money. And that's like one of the theory that people say why it's so popular. やっぱ、
I have a somewhat specific question, but what are their thoughts on Golden Bomber?
Golden mountain.
Or it's like a band, but no one in the band actually plays their instruments. Like, yeah. What thoughts and feelings on
についてどうみんな思ってるかっていうのを事前に
楽しいんだよ。
楽しいけどもうちょっと軽装じゃん。
なんかね、
歌出さんし、自分で歌出さないし、なんかパフォーマンスしてるだけ
なんかそのパフォーマンスが日本人にすごい受けたからあんなに爆発的にヒットしたんじゃないかなって。このコスチュームも変だし、やることも変だし、かつなんかバンドなのにやってないっていうそのギャップじゃないですか。それが日本人に受けたんじゃないかなって。
Everything was weird and funny. That's why it was so popular for Japanese people. But
でもメジャーデビューしてない。
ね。
not so. 自分的にはグッド。
グッドもバットもないかなって自分は興味ないから。
He has no interest.
でもビジュアル系バンドでなんかビジュアルってちょっと
ね、
そんな悪いイメージだったのに、ちょっといい印象になった。
So visual kind of has like bad image, but they made a kind of good positive image. But, so I guess kind of good.
Good. Sounds
As a
like
whole.
good. Interesting.
Reasons why. 他にアメリカのなんていうのメディアとか、音楽とかでなんでこれがそんなに人気があるのかな。
日本のアニメって結構アメリカでも、外国でも人気なんだ、ドラゴンボールとかドラえもんなんでその日本のアニメがそんな人気なの？
Why is Japanese anime so popular in foreign countries? You guys would be good at this. You too, man.
Good stories.
Good story, good character.
Good stories, good character, and some of our friends really like the slice of life genre because it's like calming. Like when they're stressed out, they're like watching something really calm.
落ち着けるらしい。日本のアニメとかはこうなんかリアリティがちょっと入ってるから、そのフィクションだけじゃなくてシンパシーできる。
I think it's popular. I don't know, but my guess would be because you know how like cult things get popular because like small groups or something only small groups of people know about.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like rock music at first, you know, was like a small group of people, and it got really big. And I think anime was the same. It was like a small group, and it just happened to be something that a lot of people liked.
なんかロックとかと一緒で、こう最初はなんていうのオタクの人とかそのだけしか見なかったりしてたけど、今はそれが何かの影響でこう広がってっていうのがあるんじゃないかなって。
I also feel like we don't, or at least it didn't seem like we had things of like this type of stories you find in anime.
Oh, in America.
In America, yeah.
アメリカではやっぱりそのストーリー自体がこういうアイディアがないっていう漫画でもヒーローものとかが多いからやっぱり悪いものいいものが戦っていいものが勝ってで女の子がいてその恋してみたいな感じなのがもうスタンダードかな。Like hero movie, you know, there's a girl, you know, and then bad guy and good guy, and then good
Is
guy.
that America or is that
America.
Most animated shows in America have no story. They're just episodes that bear almost no connection with the last or next episode, whereas these actually have a story.
なんかストーリーがなんかアメリカは成り立ってないってみんな納得してるんだけど、なんか日本の漫画とかは成り立ってるっていうアニメとかはだから1話2話3話ってあるじゃん。そのつながりがずーっとちゃんと綺麗にワンピースなんかすごいつながってるけど、そのつながりがちゃんとしてるからやっぱ見てて楽しいっていうのがあるって。だからアメリカだとこれフルハウスみたいな
うん
1日あって2日あってあまりそのコレクションがない。
こう短編になっちゃって
そうそうそうそうそう。だからやっぱそれより楽しいっていうのは。
I think the most successful mangas in Japan allows readers to like grow together with all those characters.
That's kind of like Harry Potter. I feel
Like Harry Potter or Naruto or One Piece, how we see the heroes become stronger and stronger, and we feel like we got so involved with them. We feel like we are also part of the story. That's how get so many fans.
やっぱりこう漫画を読みながらとかアニメを見ながらそのメインキャラクターがこう成長していくのが見えるっていうのはやっぱ日本の漫画とかアニメとかの強みじゃないかっていう。だからそれ感情が入ってくるから応援したいっていう気持ちとか。
Like we want this consistency in the storyline, but comparatively, American comics are not so popular in China. The market is not that big. Because, for example, Avengers, there are so many storylines, and it's almost always separated. This character will jump from this world to another world, and we don't see the consistency. Then that makes readers lose the sense of stability, then lose its fans.
中国では日本のアニメ漫画が人気でアメリカのはあんまり人気ないっていうあんまり売れてもないっていうのがあってでなんでかっていうとやっぱりアメリカのこう飛んじゃういろいろアベンジャーズって見たことある映画で1作目と2作目がこう話がすごい飛んじゃってるからやっぱりそれが理由なんじゃないかな。
自分の意見なんですけど、普通に X メンとか好きですよ。
Oh,
グリーンアロー
He likes
グリーンア
X-Men.
ロー
me too.
Me too.
What?
X-Men's my favorite.
X-Men's so classic.
グリーンアローとか
Oh, these ones from Chinese. Great.
It's
X-Men
about
はみんな好きみたい。
Avengers, I like that.
You like Avengers?
Like all of them. Thor, Iron Man.
You like Avengers, but you think it's less
But-
popular?
I'm just analyzing it, but it's less popular. But it's becoming more and more popular these years, mainly because of the movies. Provides the audience with a consistent storyline, and most of the fans
So you're saying Avengers storylines are getting better?
are based on the movies, but not the comics. Like most Avenger fans are actually movie fans. They're not comic fans. They just know, oh, there's a Iron Man, there's a Thor. That's all we know, and the story is good. They don't actually read comics, but they love
アベンジャーの映
movies.
画はいいけど、すごい漫画は良くないって言って。だから中国のファンはほとんど映画のファンで、
Yeah, but,
same as X-Men ね。
Yeah.
yeah, but more and more people are attracted to read comics later on. Maybe
だ
that's
から
why.
映画から行ってこう漫画好きになって読むことはあるけど、原作はやっぱあんまり興味ない。
Like Joy said, it's like really hard to read American comics because it's like one universe but several authors, like each writing their own series. So in manga, it's like easy. It's like Naruto. You just read 1, 2, 3. But for Avengers, it's like there's
Yeah.
several
Sorry.
series.
For one
Yeah, you just, like-
character, he has
Wait,
so
I don't
many
understand.
So it's like
parallel universes.
yeah, like
All
so-
I know is the Spider-Man universe, and so basically there's Spider-Man like issue 1 to like 200, then they reset the universe. And so
Universe.
um,
The Spider-
they just
the-
stopped
the
that
old
Spider-Man
thing.
series and started from the beginning again,
Like
just
they're
randomly.
so random.
so it's like
And then
I'm writing a story about Spider-Man, but Carter is also writing a series about Spider-Man, and like we both are writing 2 different stories about Spider-Man
At the same time?
at the same time. So it's like if you want to read something about Spider-Man, it's just like where do you start?
yeah, and then there's like
なんかスパイダーマンの例えばね話だと漫画違う作者作家じゃないよね
Like space.
書いてる人
Different story.
and then characters also appear in
作
other
家じゃなくて
comics.
作家でいい、漫画家違う漫画家がスパイダーマンのことを一つ書い 書いてるからすごい分かりにくい。でスパイダーマンだけど2つお話ができちゃうっていう。
アメージングスパイダーマンと
そうそうそうそうそうそうそう。だからやっぱアメリカの漫画すごい読みにくいってアメリカ人からしても。But I think what's that called? Kero kero.
Oh, Sergeant Frog.
No, just the sound.
Oh,
Frog.
frog.
No, just the.
Yeah,
Were they?
Onomatopoeia. I can't say the word.
Onomatopoeia.
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 I think that's like interesting about Japanese.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting.
The things, no?
We don't have that.
We don't really have that.
Yeah, we do.
Well, we have onomatopoeias, but we don't have like sound effects for smooth.
Yeah, we do.
We have
What is it?
swoosh and pow.
Yeah.
So if you want to describe the
Kadoosh.
okay, we do have some, but we don't describe the feeling of a frog in sound effects.
That's true.
なんだっけこのケロケロとかバーンとか
Oh yes.
がやっぱり多い。日本の漫画とか
あ擬音
擬音の。What's interesting about Japanese culture maybe? I don't know.
About the cute culture of Japan.
Does it look weird to you?
Well, I mean, I'm infatuated with it. I'm just curious what their opinions
あ
are.
なんか日本ってこう可愛いもの好きじゃん。リラックマと
Not
か
that far.
例えばなんかそれはなんか外人からしたらすごい興味があるみたいで、なんか日本人からしたらどうなのかなっていう、その可愛いもの、キャラクターとか、なんか例えばフラッシュとか県ごとに例えばキャラクターがあるわけじゃん。いいなと思うのか、ちょっと変だなとか思うのか。
考えたことない
So they never thought about, cute stuff because it's so ordinary for
Yeah,
them.
I can see that.
考えてみるとね、
うん
多いなーって。
多いすごい
If you really think about it, it's like there's so many, but you don't realize them until now.
Yeah.
キャラク
どうなのっけ
ター。日本人がキャラクターに対してどう思っているのか。好き嫌い。
可愛いキャラクターだったら、気持ち悪いキャラクターだったら好きじゃないし、普通にふなっしーとかくまモンだったら可愛いなと思うけど、めっちゃ可愛いってわけじゃないけど、
小学生の時とかなんか松丸くんっていうキャラクターが好きでなんかカバンとか持ったりします
可愛い匂い。
かわいいでも日本ってかわいいっていう文化があるじゃないですか、かわいくなくてもなんかぶさかわいいとかおじいさんとか見てもああかわいいってなんかそういうものを欲してんのかなってみんなが、だからそういうものをなんていうのそういうニーズに企業とか会社とかがそう答えて出してるものがそのキャラクターっていうもので、それが受けて感情が入っちゃうのかなって。
He thinks maybe people are looking for something cute because even people see like grandma, grandpa, they say, oh, they're cute, and also when they see like when there's like word for like pugs, like bulldogs, you say ugly cute, something ugly can be cute in Japan.
Hugs are just cute. They're not ugly.
So maybe the companies, businesses are just, responding to that needs of kawaii.
Yeah.
So
I'm just curious where it started from.
So maybe there's a thing I read about cute stuff.
Because, I'm sure these companies that create these.
Apparently he had Batsuma back when he was young. The Hello Kitty,
Oh.
the black.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Penguin.
The, oh, okay.
Yeah, Kazuki had a backpack.
I have a Hello Kitty piggy bank right
NHK
So what was
世
it?
代世代あれ
now.
の世代じゃないよね
20 for one.
Oh no, what were you gonna say?
サンリオのサンリオのキャラクター
Oh, I'm sure like companies like you know, there's the marketing team of the
サンリ
company
オ
なんで知ってる
like makes things cute for a reason the same way in America, you know, they make things not cute for a reason. It's just I'm curious how it started. It probably started with the idol thing would be my guess. But
知ってるうん
well, it's 9. That's a pretty good discussion.
Yeah. Maybe conclude it.
Talked about a lot of things. We talked about a lot of education and some
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah, like we could ask like what sort of American culture they enjoy or like watch or listen
What's
to.
the coolest
Yeah,
American
like do
pop
they
culture?
watch American stuff and like
一番アメリカのクールな文化ってみんなの何？
movies, music,
文化
art.
って言ってもな
一番クールな。
一番
And then what's like the most ridiculous one
でも
that
逆
they don't
に
understand
一番ひど
why?
いやつ。
Yeah.
なんでこれがっていう。
一番いいのってやっぱり文化で
文化っていうかだからそのアニメとかでもいいし、何でもいい。メディアでもセレブでもいいし。
I'm more curious about the what do they not get about America.
Yeah, like is there anything about American
あ
culture
なん
that's
かア
like
メリ
really
カについ
weird?
てなんか理解できないこと、なんでこれが例えば人気なのかとか、なんでっていうなんでマックあんなに食べるのかとか。So why do Americans eat McDonald's so much? You know?
Always the McDonald's.
The low blows.
Why do we eat McDonald's?
I haven't been to McDonald's at least a year.
Maybe there.
Anything else?
っていうのがなんかある。すごい気になるみたい。
いい文化はパーティーをいっぱいする、でそれでコミュニティいっぱい作る、近所の
すごいと思う
Good culture is the party, you know, getting together, having community.
Mm-hmm.
それはあるかもしれない
す
ね。
ごいと思いますそれ
前なんか月に1回ぐらいはパーティーしますよ多分
ね
Like, you know, once a month at least you have a party, a gathering.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that doesn't be like drinking party, you know, just like
That's why
barbecue
I
party.
really like Japanese barbecue.
ベンは日本のバーベキューがすごい好き。アメリカのバーベキューってホットドッグかハンバーガーなの
Or steak.
かステーキか
Yeah.
どれか3つなの。
Or chicken. Barbecue.
If you're good, yeah, if
Or
you're
shrimp skewers.
Yeah, or shish kebab.
Maybe some corn
シュ
on
シ
the
ュのままな
Basically, any
Yeah,
meat,
corn on the cob.
any meat is up for grabs. Yeah,
Pineapple
corn on the
slices.
crab. Yeah, corn on the crab.
焼きそば
Yeah,
That's
yakisoba.
not-
You know, we
We'll
do
draw the
that.
line there. We'll draw the line there.
I think we're drawing the line.
Yeah.
No, 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 in
Barbecue
Japan, in
chicken.
Japan.
I know, you can't in Japan,
I've
but like,
never seen.
everyone
someone
uses the
barbecue.
wire barbecues in America.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
you
yeah.
can't.
Oh yeah, yeah. So
Salmon.
in Japan, there's like 焼きそば。
Yeah.
焼きそばとか食べるじゃん。日本人は。なんかそのバラエティの多さに、ベンはこの前バーベキューしてすごい感動したみたい。
そこだよね一番いつでもポジティブにこうやってるところがすごいリスペクトなところだなっては
アメリカ人か、
うん
個人的にか。So he thinks Americans think more positive than Japanese people.
About
Anything.
So I think sometimes that can be a bad thing though.
Yeah.
that's
Negative.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ああ、
Like
それもポジティブに取りすぎて良くないこともあるんじゃないかなって言って。
like suing, for example.
例えば裁判に全部かけちゃうとか。
Well, one of the good things I think about Japanese culture is like in America, we have so many different types of soda and pop Whereas here, there's more tea and like
お茶
light
の
beer.
文化がすごい。アメリカはこう炭酸類いろいろ種類あるけど、お茶は売ってないし、お茶にお砂糖入ってるし、甘いんですよ、お茶が。
緑茶に行ったことですか？
緑茶とかグリーンティーって言って飲むと激甘。even has sugar on the green tea in Japan. I mean America.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's harder to find the unsweetened.
Some like
普通
impossible.
の緑茶っていうのはもう見つかんないの。甘いのばっかり。コンビニの文化はやっぱりすごいと思う。Convenience store here is amazing.
So nice.
Our convenience stores are like at gas stations.
Yeah, we have.
ガソリンスタンドしかやっぱりのイメージコンビニって言ったら。
アメリカにも作るべきな
Do you
のって
Do you think convenience store in Japan should be in America?
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything's really overpriced at convenience stores and gas stations
Oh,
for the
yeah,
most part,
that's
unless
true.
it's like a slushy. But, here, like you can actually get like an affordable, quick meal.
Yeah.
That's
It's
not
actually convenient.
terrible for you. Yeah.
あれ高い方で一番高い方。なんかやっぱガソリンスタンドにあるそのコンビニは高いしクオリティ低いし、全然24時間じゃないし。It's not 24 hours, is it?
Gas station.
Yeah, all gas stations down there. AM, PM, 7-Eleven.
Oh, they are 24 hours? 24時間20時
最近セブンイレブン増えてきてるから
あ
間。海外、
うん
どこら辺？
アメリカシャッターに
ああ、セブンイレブンでも中身が全然違う。There's 7-Eleven in Japan, but
I know, I'm
Not
looking
24
forward to it.
hours.
it's not like, it's like different.
Yeah. I need to go do it and judge it.
だから逆に日本のコンビニでこう安くパンとかおにぎりとか買えるのがびっくりした。クオリティの、クオリティのあれで全然、割には全然安く。あまり気づかないけど、街にいると。What else is cool in Japan? What made you feel cool? Like, oh, this is cool. We don't have that in US. Maybe in China.
Well, you never generally sit on the ground when you're gonna eat.
あと
That's a big thing.
床に座るっていう文化がないから、例えばこういうところとかで、それは Do you like it?
It's alright. I like it if I have like something to rest my back against.
なんかやっぱ背中にもたれなきゃ嫌だけど、まあ座ってるのはいいと思って。なんかもっと
The whole like taking off your shoes out of respect thing is interesting.
また靴脱ぐっていうのは面白いかなって。アメリカは家までベッドに入るまではずっと塞いでるから。How about futon? Do you guys like futon?
I do. They're comfy. Even these are comfy. I can sleep on these.
I don't know about that.
ベンは畳の上でね、人聞かなくても寝れる。
I'll prove it. I'll do it.
Okay, tonight.
I think it's interesting that you can just have like the living room turn into the bed.
やっぱりリビングをその寝室にするできるっていうなんか布団だから、っていうのはなんかアメリカ人にとってやっぱり寝るところのなんていうの、集まるところが一緒っていうのはなんか変な感じだし。アメリカの変なところあまりいいことしか優しすぎるじゃない I say what's so we haven't talked about weird thing about America.
I know.
Yeah, let's hear it. Besides, not McDonald's, so.
Yeah.
マック以外のも
I'm
の
done being called
Yeah,
that.
I'm done with the
Oh, I do have a
McDonald's.
problem with how tall some things are for people. Like, there's a bathroom that I had to like.
Tommy said Americans like to return things.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Can you do that here?
使うだけ使って
No. なんかアメリカ人は使ってなんかこうすぐ返しちゃう。開けてもなんか買うじゃん。例えばノートとか買ってじゃあシャーペン使ってから返しちゃったり。
Don't forget leftovers. Anytime you go out to eat, there's always leftovers.
Oh, yeah.
Take home box.
あと
Yeah.
Do they not do that?
I haven't seen it done yet.
あとアメリカって
I imagine you can, but
なんか残り物なんかレストラン食べた残り物をこう持って帰れるっていう文化があるからそれは。So do you like that takeout culture?
no, because you eat till you're full, and then you have even more food afterwards, and it's not exactly
But then you have second.
good for my girlist figure.
Like portion?
Yeah, portions are too big. And it,
量が多いの
it tricks
で
you.
アメリカの料理が量が多いっていうのは好きじゃない。
I like it because then you have 2 meals.
Yeah.
でもリゾは2食もあるから逆にいいかなって。
As a fat ass.
As someone with no self-control,
あれは other than returning products 返品以外でなんかアメリカってなんかおかしいなと思って。
I think
おかしいとかなんか
America's just too great. Just kidding.
they're so nice.
yeah, too nice.
Major difference between Americans and Japanese. They're just too nice.
Just tell them what we hate.
We're just.
昨日はサイパンが多いイメージがあるっていうので言ったけど、アメリカの学校ね
悪いイメージ悪いイメージ
悪いイメージが聞きたいらしいアメリカの
あ
I've got something.
銃がガーに
Oh.
じゃあアメリカって怖い国だと思う。
うんすぐ撃たれそうなイメ
I
ージ
asked them, is America a scary country? And they all said yes.
Ask him.
Image is like you will get shot.
Oh
Ask
I
him.
wouldn't say you'd get shot, but like it's definitely scarier than here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
確かに普遍的には日本よりかは危ないかもしれない。
両親にもいてほしくないって言われますやっぱり
See, his parents said don't go to America because it's a dangerous country.
That's what my parents said.
ジョイの親もそうやって言う。
It depends on where you are, though. I mean,
Actually, yeah.
まあ、ベンは、アメリカのどこかっていうのは全然変わってきちゃう。
what about
Like own a gun.
Like, specifically you?
Yeah, yeah.
カーターが銃を持ってると思う人、手挙げて。Those people think you have it.
I do not.
じゃあベンが銃を持ってると思う人。
絶対僕の
Oh, more people think you!
I don't, but each of my roommates has 3.
でも、
But one of them is law enforcement. The other one, no.
Just likes to
でもシェアハウスしてる子がいて2人、その子は2人いるんだけど、3つずつ2人とも持ってる。3つ。
I feel so safe.
Good luck, Ben.
Yeah.
あやめと言ったけどさ実際に撃てるのも面白い
そう、アメリカって警察とかでさ、よくさドラマとかでさ、こう撃ってんじゃん、こうやって人の形したやつ、あれが普通の人でもできるの。
普通の人だよね
やった
マジっすか
あんな片手でこんなあんな人撃てるあんなんじゃない
マジっすか
両手でこうやってこんなったら
体に大きいのがガーンってくるから、
こんなちっちゃい銃
だからそんだけ身近っていうのはあるよね。
でも自分の護身用のためっていう前提でみんな持ってるわけだからいいとは思うんだけどやっぱりそうじゃない事件もあるわけじゃないですか、その小学校行って入ったりとかっていうことがあるから、ね、
だからアメリカ、you know, he think maybe it's protecting yourself is a good idea, but I don't think there's different purpose used sometimes, you know. だからアメリカってこう地震の起きた時の訓練するじゃん、日本って小学校あれかぶって、なんだっけあれ
防災頭巾
そう防災頭巾かぶったりして練習するじゃん、アメリカって銃を持ったなんか悪い人が学校に来た時のためのロックダウンっていう練習をするんですよ、だからもしじゃあ銃を持った人が学校に怪しい人が来たら部屋の電気を全部消して角っこにみんなで隠れて テーブルを立ててテーブルの後ろに隠れっていうちょっとバカバカしいけどっていう練習を年に 1,2 回ぐらい小学校とかでみんなでやる。だからなんか日本だともう地震があった時にどうするっていうんだけど、そういう方の練習が I think lockdown practice is weird.
Yeah, we've been doing
Because
that
here,
for a while.
like, you practice so many times for earthquake.
Yeah, we do earthquake too.
Yeah, we do earthquake too.
Right
It's
after
also- it's
lockdown.
kind of the
No.
same, yeah. It's I had to do lockdown twice for real in middle school and high school.
中学の時にリズは2回本番がそれが出てきた。
Like there was a guy running down the street with a gun for the first one, and the second one was like a student trying to commit suicide in a house nearby. So we had lockdown twice for that.
2回あった中学の時だ。
やば。
Man,
本当に隠れなきゃいけない時は。
What about tipping culture?
あ、チップってわかる？お金出して15%ぐらいお小遣いみたいな感じでウェイターの人とかに渡す文化があるんだけど、それはどう思うかって。
チップがでも
もともとはウェイターの人とかがあまりお給料が低かったからこう渡してたっていう文化なんだけど。
でもあれニューヨークとかってもうやったらダメみたいな話じゃないですか。
Is there a law like New York is not allowed to have tip pocket? Is it?
It's actually the opposite.
You have to have tipping.
Yeah, well, you don't have to, but so the government now taxes waiters 15% extra of their income because they're like, oh, you're just going to be tipped 15%. So if you don't tip them, you're actually taking money away from them.
なんかニューヨークはなんかチップに対してもウェイターに対しては例えば今のお給料のシステムがウェイターの人は50セントとかで1時間50円とかで100円とかで働いてるのでも結局チップもらうから、まあ普通の時給ぐらいになったり自分で頑張れば時給以上になるっていうあれなんだけど、でもそうすると税金がつかないじゃん。税金がつかないの。税金がつかないのをニューヨークは税金をつけるようにするって言って 15% チップでもらった分の 15% は税金でもらいますよっていう話にしたらしくて、そうなると逆にチップがもらえないとその分いっぱい税金取られてるからかわいそうっていう。
What about in Japan? What do they think about it?
Tipping?
Yeah. Because they do it.
No. チップないよね。日本全然どこに行っても。変な感じだよね。わざわざ。例えば100ドルの買い物したら1500円ぐらいはレストランで食べて何がなっても1500円2000円とかは多く払わなきゃいけないっていうマナー。Well, okay, I think that's good. Well, maybe we can keep discussing in personal circles later, you know.
Yeah, if you want to.
I mean, not now, just, you know, casual talk. 今日終わりで、まあ、後で個人的に話してもいいし、いい話で。Break.